what a reveal. Okay. Okay, ma'am. No big deal or anything. Wow.
Okay.
Well, all right. Hello, bonjour. Hi, everyone. Hey. Welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. I've got some casual, lovely coffee for this lovely first New Year podcast here on the channel. Happy New Year to everyone involved here. I'm very excited to be back in 2026 talking about more Drag Race, because what else are we here to do? You know, it's what we do here. It's, you know, always. But as always, cup mug in hand, boom. LanaGCreations.etsy.com. Link is in the description below, and that beautiful QR code up in the top right corner. Go get your merch. Go like the store. Go do all the fabulous, wonderful, fantastic, lovely, and gorgeous things involved with that. And we thank you.
Bonsoir et bonne année à tous. I'm Micha, your Persian correspondent. For the first time in this new year, we're still talking about drag and all things Drag Race, and now we're going about our new favorite guest judge. As we should, as all the queens did, now we know the other definition of heated rivalry, and I thank you.
Oh,
not this.
It's a great show.
It is.
It is.
Hi, I'm Aneesa, also known as CMZB, also known as Sam Monteverde, your fellow-friendly 5'3" trans non-binary Filipino Canadian mentally unstable hot mess hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Scarborough if you want to be specific, Burn if you want to be more specific than that. And in my lovely cup mug today, which recently signed by the one and only Helena Poison. I saw her last night.
Period.
I have some ginger. Oh, sorry, not ginger. Honey lemon tea from Tim Hortons with some extra honey and lemon juice.
Period.
The cup mug is nice. I think this is even better. A cup, bottle, boss two.
Period.
I'm excited.
Period.
Period.
What a lovely episode. Can you believe we only have 2 more episodes of Canada Drag Race left this season?
That is crazy, huh?
I'm very
It's
sad.
been such a great season. Yeah, it should have been at least 12 episodes long.
Yeah, this is my formal petition. Crave, come to the
Crave.
Crave.
Yeah.
Why the hell are these not 12 episode seasons? I need more episodes. Thank you. But I'm very excited to talk about this episode nonetheless, and we're going to do that. But before we do, make sure to subscribe if you have not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag, and suddenly there's about to be a whole lot more drag, because we've got season 18 of RuPaul's Drag Race premiering right now. It's premiered at the time you're watching this. It has already happened. Very exciting. And we got the announcement this week that we are getting UK versus the World 3. I'm very excited. So make sure you are subscribed, you hit the notification bell, and you like the video so you know when we are putting out all of our lovely, fabulous, fantastic content. We are still trying to hit 3,000. We didn't do it by the end of last year, so we're trying to do that by the end of January here. So if you want to help us out with that fabulous, fantastic goal, we really appreciate it. And if you've already subscribed, thanks. Appreciate it. You can also check out everything else we're doing here across the Cup Network, because there's so much content coming down the pipeline. You can check out our other channels, our Patreon, our social media. All the links for those are down in the description below. And if you want to follow us, you can check us out down below as well. Our links are down there too. But we come back in to the workroom after the double elimination, the sadness. Maya and Velma are gone. What delightful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, lovely, fantastic people they are. And if you didn't check out our exit interview with them, it's so much fun. I truly love them both. For me, it's always going to be Velma with the casual cup mug placement.
Yep.
It's too good. It's too good. I love every bit of it.
She was so ready. Yeah.
Friend of the pod before she went on Drag Race, and we love her for it. And Maya, we will be getting you cut Maxi. But no, they're both gone. And Van is, she really cannot hide her excitement over getting this beaver. She just cannot wait to express just how happy she is over getting this beaver and being saved and not having to lip sync. Thanks.
Well,
Girl, Vanessa, come to the front. Vanessa, now I know you're mad at Saltina. I know you have some beef with Saltina. But girl, you almost had to lip sync to Sarah McLachlan. Against PM.
Yeah.
Who knows what would have happened?
Exactly.
Ma'am.
So.
Like, I know Eboni said that there was no universe where Van Gogh wasn't getting the beaver. But be so for real, girl. Show a little bit of appreciation, please.
Reciprocate with gratitude.
With gratitude.
With gratitude.
Did Melinda Verga not teach you anything? Anyway, no, I did love this though because it's like, thanks. Anyway, I still hate Saltina. No, it was so good.
Truly, that's what it was.
It was so good. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I love.
Yeah. It was interesting because it's kind of very well segmented. Because first Van was like still hating over Saltina, then the next morning Saltina was still not over Van. And so
literally, and then in the middle they're having like a dance circle.
Yeah.
I love that.
And Kara's like, and I'm still here. Kara, yes, Kara, you're still here, Kara. I love it. But yes, next day in the workroom, and Saltina's not over it, and neither is Van. Period. And that's really where, for now it ends, but, they...
I mean, there was mention... I mean, we do get a bit of talk from, like, Karamilk being like, oh, I don't think you and Eboni are towards Van. I don't think you and Eboni are right to count us out because obviously you guys have your alliance. And it really, shock of the season. And then also we get this moment from Sami being like, "Oh yeah, I feel like I'm starting to arrive." And we get Van. We get like a side of Van giving like Sami her flowers, which I thought was really nice actually.
Yeah, she was like in the voiceover. Oh, Sami was kind of doing mediocre until the middle of the season, and then I started seeing something else. Yeah, and it was kind of funny that this was brought up in person, and also kind of nice. Yeah, and unexpected from Van. Yeah,
indeed. And I love this line from Van. You know what I mean? But I felt what I felt, and I said what I felt. Truer words, and honestly, what groundbreaking, beautiful, philosophical knowledge from Van Gogh here. Truer words have never been spoken. So,
absolutely.
It
is what it is.
It is what it is. She felt what she felt, and she said what she felt. So, period. Awesome. And then we get Serene. Beautiful. Stunning.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
They look absolutely fucking stunning. Introducing, I'm going to definitively say, my favorite mini challenge Canada's Drag Race has ever done.
What?
This is textbook perfect mini challenge. 100% perfect mini challenge. Get in dumb, sexy, quick drag. and you're going to read lines off of not a teleprompter, but cue cards. And they're going to be dumb lines, and you're selling Serene's new perfume.
Yeah. I mean,
and you
what
know what this reminded me of, y'all? Uru Animal by Coco. I love every fucking bit of this mini challenge.
I was sure you're going to read it up. Yeah,
it was perfect. Oh my god, it was so
Are
good.
you read E?
E for me.
No, it was great.
Dress code for the girl on the go. Ivy, that's not New York, that's Tokyo.
Oh.
Delusion. Conviction.
Can we bring back the perfume challenge, please?
Forever. As a max.
They have never done it since.
Indeed.
They have never done it since.
They have never done it since. This is the closest we've gotten to the perfume challenge. I would love the perfume challenge again. It's such an iconic challenge. Oh
I feel like
Alyssa's
this
secret.
and the
This is where we got Alyssa's secret.
Truly.
Oh my god. Can we please, Drag Race producers, if you're listening, please, somebody, some franchise, I don't care what franchise it is.
Bring
perfume
back the
challenge, please.
Yeah. I mean, it can work. I think it's actually now tied for my favorite mini challenge from Canada's Drag Race with season 4 top 6 challenge, where they also had to invent the sex line, the sex phone calls, and not only sex, which Venus won. It was not only about sex, but Venus made it about sex. It was great, but just overall responding to imaginary calls from imaginary callers, that was great.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Canada is very big with
the
mini
similar
challenges.
one that they did on season 1 as well with the
with Crystal.
medium.
With Crystal.
Yeah, with the crystal ball, yeah.
Oh yeah.
With Crystal, yeah.
Literal Crystal and
literally with Crystal. Yeah, no. I love that. This was
just perfection.
It was so good. And who could forget the tropical shores of Winnipeg?
In fact,
Yeah.
I crashed out.
Yeah, the geographic
laughing.
part was genius.
It was just so good. And thanks to Eurovision, I knew how to pronounce most of these.
Ljubljana. Slovenia mentioned.
Exactly. I mean, they all struggle. That was my favorite part, actually. Them trying to process Ljubljana, Antananarivo, and Winnipeg in the real time.
Oaxaca.
I'm like, yes. I'm like, Antananarivo is not that difficult, but in the heat of the moment, I'm like...
Yeah.
Yeah. And Winnipeg.
Because why
And
not?
honestly, I maybe would have given the mini challenge win to Van simply for her reading of Winnipeg. Like, it was so good.
And the fact that they put Winnipeg on one single cue card.
One cue card. It was so stupid. It was so stupid. And the natural ingredients and some unnatural ingredients. Like, it's just so good. Oh my goodness. I loved every single bit of this mini challenge. We get a winner, and our winner is PM. Love it. I'm not mad at this.
No?
Would we have had a different winner of the mini challenge?
Maybe.
Maybe for me, it was between PM and Sami.
Yeah.
It was mainly the Antananarivo.
Yeah. I
I
feel
also
that.
thought about Sami as a potential winner. But yeah, I'm not mad at this at all. PM finally won something. PM was so happy, as if they won the Maxi challenge. And PM was just overjoyed.
As if they won the season, and I'm not mad at it. Yeah, for me, it was between PM and Van. Those are the two that I really, like I said, I maybe would have given it to Van simply for the reading of Winnipeg.
Unforgettable.
But I think consistency-wise in this challenge, I do think PM was the most consistent. So I'm not mad, and I'm very happy for PM nonetheless. And it's points for me in the draft. So thanks, PM.
Thank you, PM.
PM. Period, ma'am. That's what we're going with.
No, PM. Period, Monarch.
Oh, period. Period. But then we get this week's Maxi challenge. Back by popular demand, it is the Design for Brooklyn Heights challenge. Thank you. I am so happy, and I really, really hope that this becomes a classic Canada's Drag Race challenge, because I love this challenge so fiercely. And as we've seen 2 seasons in a row, the results are pretty sickening. Like, both seasons now, the girls have killed it.
Yes.
And there have been a couple of, stumbles in between. But both times, this challenge has produced very fun episodes nonetheless. And I absolutely love it.
I think the best part of it all is both seasons we have seen now back to back, year to year, how non-seamstresses who seem really, really stressed, even more so than Viola on UK7, they actually deliver some of the great results. They surprise themselves, which is very cool.
Absolutely. No one was having their worst day ever on Drag Race today. Well, Eboni might have.
Yeah. Eboni might have.
Yeah. Did y'all see, speaking of, Canada's Drag Race social media, come to the front. Y'all are so shady. Did y'all see they posted a reel of Eboni LaBelle crashing out for 45 seconds over not knowing how to
Yes!
Y'all shady as fuck. Y'all shady as fuck. I hate that for Eboni.
It's that and yet another random ass shot of PM.
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad either.
I'm not mad. But yes, so this most of the middle of this episode is the girls doing the girls and whatever the fuck PM is making their looks, doing workroom things. We get a walkthrough with Brooke and Miss Suki Doll. Yes. And then another walkthrough with Suki Doll because the girls were struggling. We love to see it. So yeah, overall, in the giant workroom moment segment situation, what stood out to us?
Eboni crashing out for 45 seconds.
Eboni crashing out for more than 45 seconons.
More than 45 seconds, but
correct. Yes, correct.
And also, she herself calling Van the C word because Van didn't help her enough.
No, I want to bring it up later. Remind me to bring that up later because it was mentioned a bit afterwards. But
she brings it up later as well. She brings it later in Untucked herself. But yeah, during the sewing process, that was probably the most. And also how the editors basically made it sound also kind of shadily, as if she was like projecting in stereo the entire
literally
room.
the way the editors killed this episode. Because it's literally Eboni just in her own corner, almost in her alcove, going, Van, you conceited cunt. And then you just get the cut over to Van, and she's just like, just like, what?
And the sigh after that, Van's sigh after that, and then camera pans to Eboni.
Baby, I live.
They know what they're doing. They're doing back there.
Canada's Drag Race better snatch all the awards this year. What's the Canadian version of the Emmys? I forget what the I forget what the awards.
I forget.
Not the Juno.
Juno is not the Junos, isn't it?
No, the Junos is the Canadian version of Grammys.
Yes, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Whatever the awards
forgot.
are that they're nominated for, they better win all of them. That's what it is. Especially this season, because this season is killing it. Like, oh my god. No, I love it. Everyone's getting their stuff together. I love my favorite part is when everyone's doing their walkthrough with Brooke and Suki, and Brooke is reacting to all of the designs, and you can tell which ones Brooke is really happy with, and you can tell the ones where Brooke really has to pretend that she's happy with them.
But Sami reached her down well.
Pink
and this
leopard tutu.
Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
Interesting.
That one. And kudos to Sami for changing the design like instantly in her head.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Baby, I have not seen this amount, this proportion of people in a design challenge shift concept. Like half of the girls changed their concept during this because Sami had to change, Kara had to change, and PM had to change.
And Saltina.
And I'm like,
Saltina.
Oh my god, and
Saltina
Saltina,
changed
2/3
too.
of the girls had to change their concept completely. Some of them for the better, some of them for the worse.
Mhm.
But yeah, because Van and Eboni are really the only ones that really didn't have to change anything. Well, Eboni didn't know what the hell she was doing, so you know she didn't really have an idea until Suki came in.
It's hilarious because they didn't change the concept for exactly the opposite reasons. One of them
Correct.
didn't know what the hell she was doing, and the other was very sure in what they were doing.
Yeah, I was sitting like about 5 minutes into the workroom segment, and I was like, "Cool, we know who's winning." And I'm not mad at it because I love Van, but I was just like, "Okay, cool, let's see who goes home."
That's true, but also it was very intriguing to see that she actually had some stiff competition because you wouldn't get it until the very runway, which is also one of the best parts about this episode. Because we had so many non-sewers, like at least 2 of them, let's spoil it, deliver something to give Van a run for the money, basically. So,
Indeed. Yeah, the whole crash out of Eboni is just too good as well. Like it's, and then when Van finally decides that she's gonna go over and show Eboni how to sew and use the machine, and Eboni gets a single stitch, and Van's like, "Oh my god, you did it!" I'm like, Van, shady little bitch. I love you.
true. So true.
Like, I can only imagine, because we're seeing such an edited, shorter version of what went on in that workroom. I can only imagine how long that went on for. Like, girl.
Yeah.
Oof. Yep. And then I love Sami going, the vibe in the workroom is a little tense. And the only thing I could think of in that moment was, honestly, you guys, the competition is starting to heat up. Because all the girls are fighting, and I'm just like, honestly, you guys, the competition is starting to heat up.
I love Sami.
I love Sami so much. It's
Love
so
Sami.
good. Oh my god. Was there anything else from the main workroom part that stood out to you all?
Whatever Saltina was up to, because I remember Saltina did her walkthrough with Brooke and Suki, and they were like, "Oh yeah, not a bad look." Like they seem to enjoy like what Saltina had planned.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I think low-key, without doing so, Karamilk might have put Saltina in her head. Or like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, low-key, this might be gameplay. Intended or not, it could be gameplay, you know? Knocking out some strong competition with my games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because...
But it didn't surprise me in the slightest.
Mhm.
Yeah, a kind of an not maybe from Karamilk. I would have expected it from Van, and Van actually also brought it up. There was some. What was the reference that made Saltina completely go off rails and change the entire
Comic-Con.
concept? Yeah, Comic-Con. Thank you.
Comic-Con.
Yeah. And that's Saltina even brought it up with a second walkthrough with Suki, saying, "I'm not, don't want to look Comic-Con." Suki tried to kind of soothe her in a very, nebulous way, but then we found out that she completely changed her concept. There were no more spikes, no this triangular tetrahedric elements she tried to somehow put on herself. So yeah, that was interesting. Mind games against Saltina worked.
And I kind of want to transition. Logan, it might be something you bring up, but like when Suki comes in for a second time and she's like full on helping everyone, I thought that was really nice.
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Yeah. Yeah, I really also, can we talk about how good Suki looked?
Oh, she looked amazing.
I just want to bring it up because she always looks great, but
I just want to plug. Yeah, I just want to use this opportunity to plug our looks from 2025 because we talked at length about Miss Suki doll there, and for a very good reason.
We sure did. I don't think she made the top lip sync of the year list, unfortunately, which sucks because she did do a great job with lip syncing as well. But
she did. She was on lip sync with Brigading, as well. Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did once, yeah. But yes, top looks at length. Yes, Miss Suki doll, of course. No, I loved it, and I love how versatile Suki is because with everyone she had to adapt, and that's what makes her such a good mentor in that way. Because with Van, she was like talking very technical, like, oh, we have to you have to do this very specific technique in order to get the headpiece to work. And then with Kara, she's like, okay, cool. We got to figure out the entire base. And it's like, we're running the full gamut. And that's what makes Suki such a good professional here. And that's what I absolutely just love about her. And I was like, yay, more Suki doll on my television in 2026. I love Suki.
Absolutely. Yeah. During the walkthrough with Kara in particular, Karamilk was like, can you make this dress for me?
Literally. And then to leave the Suki walkthrough being like, oh crap, I gotta redo everything. I was like, Kara girl, no. No, Kara, no, Kara.
How did you not see the fabric was see-through?
Baby, that's what I'm asking myself.
But maybe she's literally looking at her corner and then she brought it up to the main light in the workroom, maybe. Because, it was also kind of confusing for me.
No. No. Kara, I love you and you know that.
We love you here on the pod.
Confused. I am confused. But I love you. I'm very happy that you did very well. We'll talk about it. But girl, confusion. But regardless,
convince yourself.
We go to next day in the workroom. The girls are getting ready, and Van is complaining about Eboni. And Van is like, Kara's like, I think she wanted you to just make her outfit. And Van's like, that's not fair. And I'm like, yes, correct. Like, even though you said what you said last week, it is not fair for Eboni to want Van to make her garment. Like, that's not, and I understand it's this big gray area when it comes to like that whole deal that they made last week. But like,
yeah,
Eboni girl, come on now. You got to be a little realistic. Like, as Van said earlier in the episode, you got to put the mask on yourself first. Yes, absolutely. Like,
yes.
And she did realize it. And we'll talk about Untucked. And like, you know, I'm not going to harp on it too much, but it was a little bit like before watching Untucked, I was a little bit like, Ebony girl, come on now. Like, I get it. I understand. But I was a little bit frustrated until watching Untucked. I was just like, girl, you gotta understand. Like, if like this is like, I understand that you're in your bubble and like you're frustrated because this is not your bread and butter. This is Van's bread and butter. And if Van fails in this challenge, like that's huge. So like, and obviously, like I said, that's all before watching Untucked. So I was just like a little like, Ebony, but
I love like Ebony leaning in, trying to eavesdrop on the conversation, but like Saltina's in the way.
I know. And then Saltina's trying to have this like emotional moment being like, I just like, you know, I'm trying to get over being a perfectionist and I'm just happy with what I did. And at the end of the day, what I did is what I did and it is what it is. And I just have to be happy with it. And in that moment, Ebony could not have given less of a shit.
Absolutely.
Could not have given less of a fuck. And I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Because all Ebony cared about was listening to what Van had to say, and I was like, no, Saltina, no.
I mean, that was brilliant on so many levels. First of all, like Ebony not feeling why Van can basically sew her entire outfit. Then Saltina first shading the alliance in her confessional, saying, "Oh, maybe actually Ebony and Van's alliance is not as strong as we suspected." And then she was going full on Siam pussy on Slajon Royale. As I told like 2 weeks ago during the recap, Saltina sometimes gives this energy of like, I just realized the eternal realization that the universe has entered my brain, and now my brain is universe, and now I'm realizing my realization on my new chakra, which has opened my third eye. So yeah,
it's so theopathy. It's so
that just makes me think of the universe wants me to win because I am the universe. The universe is me. The universe wants me to win because I am the universe. The universe is me.
I love it. Saltina really is the crossroads between Palo Perfection and Siamosi.
Yeah.
In the best way. I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it so much. Oh, it's too good. And on that note, I think we should go to the runway.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we too can thirst over Erdem.
Yes. Finally.
Baby.
The goop.
I was like, who is this man?
Why
and then I
it's not
found out
there all
he's
the
a
time?
world famous designer, and I said, "Ooh, hello.
Yes.
Hello. Hey.
Hi.
He's been on. Yeah, he's been to Paris non-Ontario Fashion Week a few times.
Love it. Yes, very very lovely. And the fashion is great.
Yeah.
Is it fashion?
Absolutely.
Yes. It is fashion.
It is fashion.
And anyone who can look that good in all black, even with white shoes, which I, fine, whatever.
Black
and
stockings.
make a Bambi Boulash reference. I'll take it. I want to point out Tracy motherfucking Melshore here. Baby.
Can't you tell?
Ma'am.
Miss Ma'am.
Miss Mama. Tracy said, I'm going to show up today and I'm going to do drag.
Absolutely. She looks fucking fantastic here. She looks like, She just borrowed something casually off of Beyonce's wardrobe. It was like, I'm feeling
Literally.
And actually, I tell you
Also, the rain looks amazing too.
Oh my god, the rain looks incredible
Sorry,
too. And not to mention as well, Brooklyn. Like,
That was
baby,
what
Come on now.
I was about to bring this, which is, isn't it kind of funny that after all the workroom stuff with Kara, when Brooklyn came out in this, my first thought was, oh, this fabric is see-through. Wasn't this the Kara's garment already on her body? But
Yes.
no, we found out
Yes.
it was.
This entire runway moment just made me feel.
I'm so homosexual.
I love it. I love it so much. I'm just like, oh my god, stop. I love it. I could talk about these 4 individuals all day, but we can't. They all look incredible. Period. We're gonna talk. Yes,
Sorry,
we're gonna talk
just one-
about
one-
the. Yes, we're gonna talk about the Paris spring summer runway looks that the queens presented on Look Over Here. So that's what that episode is going to be. So stay tuned for that. But we are going to talk about the design challenge looks here. We're going to teabag them. And that's what we're going to discuss in this episode because that's the challenge. So guess what? We get to talk about Brooklyn. First in Sami Laundry. Aneesa, let's start with you with these. What'd you think?
Sorry, 1 second. Okay, I liked it. It's not. I can definitely say it wasn't the worst, but it was far from the best. I think my personal favorite part is that kind of fringe going down the slit. This like, I don't know. There's something about that really gravitated towards me. Obviously the fit wasn't all there. Obviously we got the little slippage going on. I don't know how to feel about the way they commented on that. Because the way the judge brought it up, we're like, oh yeah, nipple, fine, that's fine, free the nipple. But yeah, overall, it's not bad, but it's not the best. I'll give it a soft T.
Okay. I actually happen to quite enjoy the look, maybe more than Aneesa. I thought that the nipple situation, we've had it sometimes with some great looks. We did. So I wasn't like that mad over freeing the nipple. Because, well, some gowns are made to expose more than they originally show us. I also agree with you. I love the fringe situation, and but most of all, I liked how it was styled. I don't know if it was up to Sami to also combine the shoes with the wig and kind of at least like put it all on Brooklyn, saying, yeah, that's my vision, that's how I see it, I'm the artist. Or was it like done by somebody else? But I really love, I think it was kind of Sami's input though, specifically the wig gives it away. With the face like that and the wig like that, it kind of feels that Brooklyn really has entered Sami's universe. And in some way, shape, or form, they do look. Brooke does look like if they were coming from Sami's planet. I really like the hourglass shape, and I think for a self-professed non-sewer, Sami has done a great job with the top part. I know it's it does feel kind of a safe look overall if you forget about the nipple. But given that it's this design challenge of a non-sewing Sami, I actually give this a pretty hot tea. I think for like the first such big endeavor, Sami pretty much nailed it, despite the nipple, or even because of the nipple.
Yeah, I think overall for a design challenge, this is not bad by any means of the imagination. There's some finishing issues that I think and a lot of people had finishing issues. I think 5 out of the 6 people in this challenge had finishing issues. Like that's where it was. Everyone but Van. Let's just be real. But for what it is, I actually quite enjoy it. I do like the high slit. I think it fits, Brooklyn's aesthetic. It fits like you said, Sami, or not Sami. Like Sami fit, like you said, Micha. Jesus, word.
There it is.
That's words are working hard today.
It's a French name, remember.
Exactly. Sami fit kind of the crossroads between her own aesthetic and Brooke's aesthetic in a very beautiful way here. I know they had a limited shoe supply. I just don't like an ankle strap. And almost everyone had an ankle strap. So I'm just going to say that as a blanket statement. I don't like ankle straps. Almost everyone used an ankle strap, whatever. But for what it is, it's not a bad look. I'm in a soft T. I'm going to give it a soft T overall. Oh, those are fine.
No, I'm just trying to. No, because I literally just got this for Christmas. It's almost like the same color as like the shoe, and I'm like,
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well,
okay. Well,
next,
need we say more? Need we say more?
Brooke wearing Van Gogh. I mean, here.
I'm so homosexual.
Followed by.
This is the most homosexual moment of my life.
Followed by go off.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Followed by. Followed by. Hold on.
Desert.
Followed by.
8-1 down. Let that sink in.
Aneesa.
I mean, love this. She looks amazing. This truly felt like a show-stopping look. You know, was it show closer at closing the show? Like this very much felt like, oh, this is closing the show. It almost gave me hints of like a Filipiniana, almost like
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, I get very Filipino elements out of it, of like, you know, the exaggerated shoulders and even the whatever's like the peplum, I want to say.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
The peplum and the bustle, and even the way that the pearls are draped on here. Like, it's very Filipina inspiration. Van, can you let us know if there was any...
Please.
Like, is it just subliminal that we just love Filipiniana design that we're getting that, or was that like I'm really curious, like that, because I was getting that as well as soon as she walked out.
Oh, also, I want to know if they all knew how like Brooke's hair and makeup was gonna be like upon like getting the look.
I want to say they were probably given her proportions and then probably hair and makeup for the day.
Okay, that makes sense.
I assume.
But yes, love this. I also love the choice of having two of the draping pearls. Yeah, this is great. THCT.
Per.
Charity Grande, I think this might be even more impressive for me, para me, than the look Van Gogh made in episode 3, the winning one that we were all gunning so much during our top 25 looks of 2025. So go ahead and watch that video again and again. But yeah, in the meantime, this is phenomenal. I just think the color scheme works so well. And yeah, with this Sami Landry wig, Brooke does indeed look like Mama Power Lost Collection. Actually, it does look like some of the stuff Mama Power has worn during season 2, where she was infamously dressed usually less than many other girls. But this was like when was thinking, no, we need a redo of that look, but on Brooke. That's how the Filipiniana kicks in. Yeah, Chetty Grande, like no notes. As you mentioned, Aneesa, phenomenal job with styling, with jewelry. Yeah, placed in so perfectly, so strategically well. The silhouette works so well, and that wine Bordeaux color just chef's kiss on Brooklyn. Love it. And
I love that Brooke's styling works perfectly for this look too. Like, it's just so perfectly perfect. Yeah, we're not going to be able to forget this when we do top looks of 2026. Not going to be able to forget this in the slightest. Yeah.
The fact that we're starting the year with this is also like crazy.
The way Van's design looks are probably going to make both my 2025 and 2026 end of year looks lists are fucking wild to me. Yeah, this is THCT for me. I fucking love this look so fiercely. The length, the peplum, and I love her biggest qualm when she was making it was like placing the black and everything like that. And I love the way that it came out. Like it's just the right amount of skin, just the right amount of leg. It's no notes. Unfortunately, I have notes. Brooke wearing
Don't we all?
Saltina.
Don't we all? Precisely.
Saltina, I love you. We love you. I want to get that out of the way before we start. Love you, Saltina.
This look was very Saltina shaky. I didn't like this. I don't get it. I think that's a. Sorry, I just want to. Okay. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm confused, and I obviously we know what happened. Like Saltina was like, "Oh yeah, this is a huge shift from the original concept of the whole mermaid gown with the spikes on the shoulders and the hips." But I don't know what the vision was for this, and I feel like I need that.
Yeah. Do you bag it?
This is definitely a bag. This is definitely a bag.
Well, I'm still feeling kind of salty having watched this look. Saltina didn't shake the habitual there. She basically went from Comic-Con to Necronomicon. And they have more bad puns for this look. I'll be there all week, thank you. But actually, yeah, it just said that it's the biggest bag we've had. She actually is wearing half a body bag, literally, on this look around her thighs. So, Saltina was ready to bag Brooklyn with this look. I think the worst, not like the worst part, probably the most upsetting part, as just for people who are rooting for Saltina in this regard, was that when she got into her head and dumped altogether her, as we all agreed, pretty decent drawing, at least what she was going for was great with all these spikes. Then she listened to girls and said, "Oh my God, Comic-Con, yeah, let's just do whatever." She completely got in her head. I think it was very Vanity Vane on Global All-Star situation, when she already had a great design in her mind and then scrapped it at the last minute and did this LG thing. This time the LG got red and black, but it didn't save the look, unfortunately. Yeah, this is my biggest bag of the week.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is the worst look of the week. It's a bag for me. I'm not the most thrilled. Here's what I do like. I like conceptually what's going on. I like the idea of the color blocking between the black and the red. I think it is cool in that regard. I like this punk element to it because that does kind of blend the lines between Saltina's aesthetic and Brooke's here. I think conceptually, if she had started with this conceptually, I think there is a universe where it could have worked a little bit stronger. But having to change concepts halfway through, didn't really work all that well for her. I genuinely think had she gone with her first concept, which did look pretty clean, I think it could have turned out quite nice. Unfortunately for me, though, this is a bag, and I love you, Saltina. Sorry. Now talk about shock, gag, goop, betriveled, everywhere in between. Brooke wearing Karamilk. Work, bitch.
The full call it Dua Lipa the way it did a full 180. Karamilk surprised us this week. Yeah, I love that I love that it's simple but effective. And
Mhm.
I love how much I didn't realize how much affects the little like horsehairs sticking out the testicles it like would be. But I really that's honestly my favorite part of that of this outfit. Um and the it shines just the right like it shines perfectly in all the lighting. Um I know in the walkthrough we got to see the applique like around like the torso part of it. Um but obviously we don't. And I know Brooke mentioned that she had a bit of issues with the applique, um, like with in terms of like walking the runway in it. But also it is interesting that we don't see the applique that much. Um, so I mean, if that was supposed to be the focal point, I wish it was a bit more obvious. But otherwise, like solid job. This is a solid C for me.
Yeah, talk about turnarounds. I was so surprised. But also, we didn't know what to expect from Kara, to be fair, because while the other girls were designing in episode 3, Kara was busy bombing Flavor Flav and stopping the clock. So this time around, she literally turned the tide. This turned out so, so good. I actually, just as Aneesa, I adore the top part of it with this house hair popping around, but also I love how the only transparency we got was in the bottom. Was around her like ankles and feet, and it looked so good overall. And for a girl who's like so unsure of her designing skills, to make the top part look almost corsety, like almost hourglass, like, is very impressive. I actually, yeah, I got it from critics. But to be fair, before the critics, I didn't even have any problems with like sheen or maybe unequal like shining strategic placements of all the shiny fabrics on the dress. So I'm in awe actually. And to style it with the necklace so perfectly, I think it's piping hot tea for me, like bordering on chai tea grande. I love this look so, so much, for as simple as it is.
This surprised the hell out of me in the best possible way. This is T T T. I was so impressed with Kara here. This is my second favorite look of the night. It's so clean, it's so beautiful, it's so well done. It's not perfect by any means of the imagination, but it's still executed in such a perfect way. And I think Kara was so smart here, having to shift concepts so last minute, utilizing one of the things that is typically pretty weird on Drag Race stages, in that black typically loses a lot of detail work. And in this case, you can't tell that there's that weird applique on the front. So the only reason we knew that there was a weird applique on the front is because Brooke was wearing it and mentioned it. But from our perspective, I can't tell that it's there. So from the viewer's perspective, it was pretty well done. Now, obviously that was there, so that does play into it. But overall, work, bitch.
This
It's
is a
tea.
good week
I
of
loved it. I loved it.
The best week for Kara so far. Ooh.
Indeed. We've got Brooke wearing PM.
Love you, PM, my lovely monarch. Need you. But also, I wanna like this so bad because I love PM so much. Um, but the longer I look at it and the closer I get to it, the closer the camera zooms in on this outfit, the less I like it. Like I do agree with what Strain said about it. Of there's a lot going on and it needs a lot more editing. Um, but I like the overall concept of it, of giving this like, even though it's not the original concept that PM was going for. I do like this kind of, I guess, punk edgy ballerina. Um, I definitely second worst look of the night. I did enjoy this better than Saltina's look. Um, I'll give, and just off of that basis, I would give it like a soft bag.
Okay. Well, not that I like to bring up Tame Impala's music for any reason or for my imagination, but it's the only time that this reminded me of The Less I Know, the Better. Because contrary to Karamilk, with this particular pink slash fuchsia versus black combo, you see all the mistakes. You see all that has gone wrong in the stage lighting. And yes, Aneesa, you're absolutely right. The longer I look at this, the more I want to squint. Because you kind of see more and more things that went wrong. But the idea and the ambition was cool. Yeah, make like a ballerina and punk. And given that PM is also a ballerina, so she and Brooklyn, they both share this background, was great on paper as an idea. But yeah, execution-wise, just first of all, it sits on Brooke even worse than Saltina's outfit, because at least Saltina had this kind of huggy shape around here. We hated everything else about it, but at least it was sitting. This is this looks like if it was like literally a paper dress, but like without any corseting. Just put on Brooklyn as it is. And Brooklyn herself during the critiques called it her cornflakes box dress or something, which was very shady of her. That's kind of true. Oh yeah, and the styling unfortunately doesn't help either, because this like one hand fail. Yeah, again, love what she was going for, but it's kind of a paper bag for me.
It's frustrating because conceptually I really enjoy this. Like, I like the idea of like the burnt ballerina, and I think there's a lot of this that I really do enjoy. The fit is a problem, but otherwise, like, I'm not that upset at the look. It's a soft bag. It's a bag that I'm putting tea in, because conceptually I really enjoy it. With the style, with Brooke's styling as well, I do really enjoy it. I like that she's still got a good waist. You know, it hits at a really nice place, right above the knee. I like the detailing is there. She just looks boxy. That's really the problem. Like, this photo is doing her a lot of justice, but I remember how she looked, and it didn't look cute. So
Nope.
Yeah, it's one of those frustrating things where I just want it to look better. Yeah,
Even seeing it sit on that mannequin was weird.
Yeah. Sorry, PM, I love you. And last up, Brooke, again, wearing Eboni label.
Love this concept. And I love that Ebony was like, oh yeah, I want to do a callback to, the roast look with the boa and all the ruffles and stuff. I will definitely say not bad for a first gig. I know I'm not a sewer either, and I know I would have done definitely worse than this. Yeah, no, Ebony did a good job for her first time, actually. But obviously there's some finishing issues. The back kind of bothered me a bit. There was a lot going on with that like back part. Specifically where kind of that nude like top part goes down, and then you get the whole continuation of the ball ruffles. But otherwise, I love the silhouette. I love how Brooke presented it. It's a soft tee for me.
Yeah, I can see that. First of all, kudos to Ebony for literally living up to her vision of making the same look she wore while winning the Radiant battles, but in red and wine colors and Bordeaux, as opposed to purple she was wearing back then. Yeah, I also can see the more you look, you can see some probably corset fit issues, but I'm still like very impressed, especially with all the meltdown and all that stuff, how she managed to nail the entire showgirl story, the ruffles, the ruchings. That was super cool. Yeah, and Brooklyn talked specifically about how the corset was not like corseting well and was like hugging her well, but actually while she was walking, it wasn't like that visible. Yeah, on the pictures, it's more of that. So I give Eboni all the credit where credit is due. This is definitely not in the bottom two for me either. I'm giving this a softie as well, and very, very nice try. And the colors kind of work for the story.
I like it. It's a soft tee. It's kind of right on the line for me because I don't really love the nude bodysuit underneath. I think that's really what's throwing it for me. I kind of wish it was any other color. That's kind of the biggest part that I'm a little like meh on. Because I really do like all of the ruffles that are surrounding everything else. I think that's really well done, actually. I'm quite impressed with that. But otherwise, like, it kind of just looks like she's naked in the entire midsection, just covered in ruffles. And I wish that illusion was a little bit better. Like, I kind of wish there was like a ruffle coming down across her breasts to maybe add to that illusion, or like maybe there was one or two other elements here. But overall, for a first garment, I'm not too mad at it. I just wish finishings were a little bit stronger here. But it's a soft tee for me, for sure. But that's that on that. Judging happens. We find out the beaver is gone. She had jury duty apparently, so she's out of here. What
a surprise! What a surprise! At top 6 in Canada, the beaver is gone.
Bye, girl.
Nobody saw it coming.
No.
But well, beaver is out, but Erdem is in.
Correct, and we're okay with that. At least for this episode. But yes, so we don't get the full results before Untucked. And Untucked is, fine. It's fine. There's not, the big moment is basically Eboni atoning for the fact that she was a little, she had her moment, and she had it.
And repeating to Van's face that she called her, that was
a conniving kind. Yes.
Yeah, conniving.
Yes. There we go.
Yes.
I think another moment that stood out to me was Saltina talking about how much she has grown in this competition and how she deserves a spot in the Final Four. And being like, if I had that critique week 2 or 3, I would have been on the floor crying, or that's not what she said, vice versa, but or sorry, verbatim, excuse me. But I feel like the edit that Saltina had this episode was an interesting one.
Isn't it?
She did have quite an edit, for sure. Yeah. But also it was interesting to see all 3 of the bottom girls saying like, I'm not going nowhere. I will lip sync the hell down boots, blah, blah. Like it all PM.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm
not going.
Well,
yeah,
one
exactly.
of you was going to, girl. So
it was really, really funny. Oh, again, shady editors, shady editing. It was like, I'm not going there. No, I'm not going there. Me in particular, I'm definitely not going. It's just so funny back to back. It's kind of rare. Also, have all bottom 3 girls.
I love Van just being like, I wish that beaver was still around just so I can put the nail on the coffin for Saltina.
Right.
Well, guess what, Van? Your help wasn't.
Well, guess what, Van?
We knew.
We know, Van.
I love how during the judges' critiques with all the girls, well, they're already deliberating. Brooke first things first brought up that everybody on stage was gooning over at them, and that's where the phrase "Adam come back as a pit crew next season" comes in.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, shall we talk about some results?
Yep.
We shall.
We get a top 3 of Van, Kara, and Sami Landry. Correct.
Correct. I
And
feel
our
like
winner-
sorry. I feel like the other runway they had, the summer, spring, fall runway kind of played into it as well. Which I enjoyed, which I liked to see. It was nice to see that runway also mattered.
Oh, definitely. But the winner, hands down, I think without a question, no one was going to argue that the winner,
No.
Vanessa Gothica, everyone.
Vanessa Gothica!
Yes. Her
Here
third
we
win.
is.
Period. Her third win. Period. You better
Wow,
get
since
it.
we had a queen with a third win.
And I'm
A
excited.
Canadian queen with a third win, excuse me.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Wait, did you have any Rita Baga? That's it. Is this it?
Rita on 1 or on Versus the World?
Rita on 1.
On one.
Rita on
One.
1. No, I'm not counting Versus the World. I'm not counting just regulars.
Virgo
On 1.
did she?
No, she had 2.
Virgo won 2.
Virgo won 2. Isis and Pythia both won 2. Fierce and Giselle both won 2.
For
On 4 there was only Aurora who won 2. Nobody else, even everyone else had only 1. So yeah.
When did Venus win? I forget.
Venus won the
only
first,
won
the premiere.
one.
Venus won the premiere. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
there you
it's
go.
been a minute.
So literally, yeah,
Minute.
Van is the second only Canadian queen on Canadian season 2 and 3 challenges after Rita Baga.
Period.
Which is the greatest sentence to say.
I love it. And we have a bottom 3. PM, Eboni, and Saltina. Yes. With a bottom 2 of Saltina and PM. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's the way cooking crumbled.
Lip syncing to Piranka.
Haramka!
To I'm a Star by Priyanka. Is this a new song?
Yes, it is. I think it was. Yeah, actually, when I just first watched the lip sync and I've seen where it came out on Spotify, I was like, I instantly had that feeling that it basically was on the season before it came out.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah,
It
because
was
I went on YouTube right after
Otherwise-
the episode and immediately got the visualizer, which I'm kind of excited for. I haven't watched Priyanka's reaction to it yet, and I'm excited to. This song is fun. I love Priyanka's music. I love Priyanka. She's one of my favorite winners ever. And I just absolutely love her music. So I was very excited to see this. This was such a good lip sync. For this being the first lip sync of the year, like this was such a great lip sync to watch. I thought it was very, very close.
I also thought it was pretty close.
I especially love the moment when we're interplaying during this self-help, self-building mantra moment in the bridge. That was so great. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. You think you're worthless? No, you're a star. And like all this like
Look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror. Exactly. You're a star. I think low-key, it was also very, very funny with Saltina's storyline this entire season that she had to go exactly on this song performance this very moment. She was basically telling us we're waiting for some episodes in a row in the workroom.
Mm-hmm.
So almost in these very same words. But yeah.
I love it. I would like to know from you all, who do you think won this lip sync?
Okay. I personally thought PM won it because I thought there was. This is bias out of the way. I truly do think PM won the lip sync. Because I felt like PM had a bit more control with what they were doing on stage. And there and I will give Saltina her flowers too, because there were some moments that I thought Saltina was gonna win. Um, Especially when Saltina had that moment front and center of the stage, and she was doing like all the kind of stuff. And I thought that was gonna get her the win, but aside from that, I thought PM was giving it.
Mhm.
Okay.
I felt a similar impression. I think it was really close, but overall PM was not only more controlled, but also brought up more in the last like third. And we all like, as a general rule, if you're bringing it up harder in the second half of the song than in the first half, you're usually winning almost all the time. Because Saltina, yeah, she came out of the gate ready. Yeah, this moment with hand moves, yeah, cow, the center stage, there like the bridge when they were talking to each other was great. But I thought PM overall was like from top to bottom, from beginning to end, was more in control of the song, because Saltina by the end started kind of not exactly feeling out of her element, but becoming a bit more like erratic, kind of akin to Plasma during Bloody Mary a bit. So I think that's what cost her the lip sync ultimately. But yeah, it was pretty close, and like what a great way to start the year.
Sorry if I may. Uh, I do feel like Saltina's hair kind of got in the way of that too, because there was some moments where she kind of her like ponytail braid was like going all over the place, and she was like, and I was in my mind I'm thinking, just let it fly over. I would live for that. Force a helicopter thing. But she ended up like holding on to it, and that kind of took me out of the fantasy.
I'm gonna disagree a little bit. I think they both were really, really good. For me, I liked what they were both doing. I thought it was a really, really good lip sync. I think, who knows what this year of lip syncing will look like. I think there's a lot of lip syncing to be had. This might make my end of year list, honestly. I think it's a really strong lip sync. But for me, I could not take my eyes off of Saltina this whole lip sync. I really liked what PM was doing, but I felt a little bit of, and this is the first time I felt this from PM in a lip sync, I felt a little bit more frenetic energy from PM than I'm used to with their performing. And for me, I felt like Saltina had a little bit more control over the song. And I felt a little bit more. I felt a little bit more that Saltina had more control over the song, that she was a bit more in the pocket for the song, and it's an interesting song because it's a bit more mid-tempo, which I like for a lip sync, because it's always interesting for me to see what artists do with that. And I think PM did a really good job. I really liked when they were kind of really sharp on the movements of the beats. I really appreciated that. I thought PM did a really great job in the first half of the lip sync, but I think as it grew, I was really appreciating more and more what Saltina did. Yes, the hair got in the way, all of those kinds of things. But for me, I think I might have given it to Saltina, to be honest with you. I could have seen it going either way. I'm not mad that PM won, because I think they did a phenomenal job in this lip sync, but I might have given it to Saltina.
Fair.
But the judges didn't. They gave it to PM, and we lose Saltina. Saltina now. Saltina now. No. No, Saltina now. No. I'm sad because I really like Saltina.
Is this the first time on Canada's Drag Race someone has survived 3 lip syncs? Or am I wrong about that?
Well, technically even more than 3 lip syncs, because she had the lip sync last episode quite a few times. But yeah, I mean, she was in the bottom 2.
The only other person that comes to mind immediately is Nira. I don't remember how many times Nira lip synced.
But no, in the bottom two was only twice.
In the bottom.
Yeah.
Nira was only twice in the bottom, so no, yeah, PM definitely beats that.
No, 3 times.
3? Why?
Against Amy twice, and then Melinda. She sent Melinda home.
That's why I was saying you're confusing the bottom placement, the second one, because she was against Amy twice, but once it was in the bottom, generally to come through by Priyanka, and another one was for the win during the slayoffs.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So
Well,
yeah, technically in the bottom.
Who cares? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, but
yeah, but I think it's probably the record time if you leave the slayoffs alone. I mean, as their lip sync. So yeah. In the bottom two, to survive 3 times, yeah.
To survive 3 lip syncs for your life, I think so. But love you, Saltina. Love you dearly. We'll be talking to Saltina on Monday, so stay tuned for our exit interview with her. I'm very excited to talk to her because she's been quite supportive of us throughout this season, so I can't wait to reciprocate that, and I think it's going to be a very fun time. So stay tuned for our exit interview with her. But
gratitude.
We have, with gratitude, we do have a draft update. Some things have changed. No one else is out of the draft yet. Because Randy was the only person that had Saltina on his team. So everyone is still in the draft except for Brandon. But Aneesa, you are still in last.
Yep.
But only by half a point.
Oh.
Aneesa is in last on 39.5 points, with Brandon still in 6th on 40. Fixed 40. John and Mike are in 5th on 45. Lana in 4th on 49. Micha, you've dropped back down to 3rd on 58.5. I've jumped back up to 2nd with 62.5. Thank you, Van and Kara. And Randy is still in 1st, but on 65.5 points. So I am catching up.
And you're the only one with a full team, correct?
Correct. I am.
Good for you. And next week we're gonna have some crazy.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited for next week's challenge.
Me too.
I know the full tea on what's happening with next week's challenge. I don't know who wins or anything, but I know the full tea on next week's challenge. I'm so fucking excited about what's happening with next week's challenge. I can't wait. It's going to be so fucking exciting, and I cannot wait. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be so fun.
Triple challenge.
Triple challenge.
Quadruple.
We're showing off our charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, and I can't wait. So, with that being said, thank you all for joining us for this episode recap. Make sure to stay tuned for our Look Over Here episode, where we were talking about our Paris Spring Summer runways, as well as our exit interview on Monday with Miss Saltina Shaker. Let us know all your thoughts on this episode down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, share the video, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Oh yes, share. Sorry. We are bringing Chair into 2026, so don't worry about that. Make sure to check out all of our other Drag Race coverage, as we are starting our coverage of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18 this weekend. So stay tuned for all of that. Make sure to go get your cup merch at lonagcreations.etsy.com. And on your way out, go check out another video of ours, maybe some Season 18 preview coverage, one of our end of year videos. We just dropped our question train as well for 2025. So make sure to go check that out with all of our fabulous guests that we had last year. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all. So cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.